3, 2, 1. Launch mode is enabled. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's so crazy. It's 75.
Oh my God.
180 miles an hour.
And it feels amazing.
190 miles an hour. Holy 200!
Let's go!
On the brakes!
Oh my
Hard
God.
on the brakes!
Oh my God.
Over 200 miles an hour! Okay, well now we did that. Let's see how much performance there is after this. So
Yes.
let's go Sapphire, see if there's a lot of acceleration, shall
Yes.
we? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God!
Whoa!
This is the best
140
car
like that!
ever.
Right onto the ceramics again!
This is the best car ever.
200 like that! Thank you to our sponsors for today's video, Ionna, InfyPower, and Eaton. Ionna, North America's premier charging network. With unmatched commitment to elevating the customer experience, Ionna is opening America's roads to all EVs, giving drivers the coverage they need, the reliability they deserve, and the amenities they crave. Also, InfyPower, the largest EV charger module provider with over 3 million power modules running reliably worldwide. Their latest G2 collection features ultra-high power density and efficiency for EV charging and energy storage integration. InfyPower, innovation for your power. And Eaton. Eaton is a one-stop shop for implementing reliable and innovative EV charging infrastructure at your site. Across all applications, Eaton's EV charging infrastructure, hardware, and software gives you the scalability, flexibility, and intelligence you need to charge today and scale up tomorrow. Learn more at eaton.com/EVCI. Hello, good morning, and welcome to a day I've been waiting for a really long time. I am holding the keys to this, a Lucid Air Sapphire. 1,234 horsepower, tri-motor, absolute beast, $250,000 car. It's sort of been a halo car for electric vehicles, and well, now I finally get my chance to drive it. And not only am I driving it for the first time, we're in Germany, and that means the Autobahn de-restricted is just over there with no speed limit. So assuming conditions are good, if some of the fog can lift and we can find some open space, yes, we will be chasing top speed in the Lucid Air Sapphire. 2025 is crazy, by the way. Come on over here. I'm charging a Lucid Air Sapphire on an Alpitronic hypercharger here at an Ionna station. A Xiaomi SU7 Max is charging next to me. That was imported from China using a CCS to GBT adapter to charge. And then a Renault R5, which we have this week, thanks to William for getting this one actually. So we'll have a video on the Renault 5 coming very soon to this channel, is also here. So it's just amazing, all the new cars, all the new excitement, where we have an American car, a Chinese car, and a European car all together in one place. Europe is getting wild in terms of competition. The Chinese are coming, the Americans are fighting, and the French are making cars with baguette holders. Longtime viewers of the channel know how I've been waiting to drive this car. I feel like just circumstances haven't worked out where, you know, timing isn't right. We're supposed to drive a Sapphire, something happens, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe it's over a year since this car has launched and we're just driving it for the first time. Because I personally drive a Tesla Model S with the track pack, with the 200-mile-an-hour unlock, so I'm used to that car, I drive it all the time. You and I have spent thousands of kilometers with the Taycan Turbo GT Weissach here in Germany, including top speed runs down the Autobahn, Nürburgring laps, doing everything high performance with that car. And that really leaves two hyper sedans left to experience together. Now, I have this Air Sapphire just for the morning, so we have it until about noon, so we have it for the next 4 hours or so. We're topping it up to 100%. We're going to let the battery cool down. We're going to get a hard run in the Lucid Air Sapphire. Really looking forward to getting this out on the Autobahn. So there's this car, but then there's one more that I mentioned as well, and it comes from Xiaomi, and it's not this particular Xiaomi. This is the SU7 Max, but it is the new Insano machine, the SU7 Ultra. And believe it or not, I literally woke up this morning, walked into the parking garage to grab this one, and parked in our parking garage was the same yellow SU7 Ultra that I just filmed in Goodwood at the Goodwood Festival of Speed right there. So we're gonna try and get in contact with the guys to see if they could bring it over here and we could do a little Lucid Sapphire versus Xiaomi SU7 Ultra. Now that won't be in this video. It may not happen at all. We haven't heard back from them, but it's just crazy that the last two hyper performance electric sedans that I've been trying to drive from China and from America are together in one parking garage at a random hotel in Munich. That seems too good to be true to not make a video out of it. With that said, come around here to the side because I want to show you what makes the Sapphire a Sapphire. That's the point of this video. First of all, paint color. You can only get the Sapphire right now in Sapphire Blue. I've talked to Derek Jenkins, who's lead designer at Lucid. We actually saw him yesterday, great guy. He mentioned to me a long time ago that Sapphire should be able to be ordered in other colors at some point in the near future. And well, hopefully so. I mean, I actually think it looks great in this color combination. I think they're still so rare and so few of them that it's okay that they only come one way. But I think if they wanted to up the volumes a little bit more, yeah, opening up the colors would be really nice. So what makes the Sapphire a Sapphire? Surprisingly, not much. It's actually based almost entirely, completely on a standard, let's just say, Lucid Air Grand Touring. The bushing settings are changed a little bit, damper settings have changed a little bit, but the overall setup of the vehicle in terms of the double wishbone up front and the steering and everything all pretty much remains the same from a overall setup standpoint. So a lot of times when you get like a Mercedes AMG or BMW M or Porsche GT car, there will be major chassis related changes. And the Air chassis was just so good that a few little tweaks here and there to dial in the car to match with this OE tire. We should dig into this a little bit as well. What are we on? Michelin Pilot Sport 4Ss? Yep, PS4Ss. It's an OE LM1 badge tire, 265/35 R20 up front. The chassis from the Lucid Air could handle this. And so it's just a little changes, 295/30 R21 in the rear. I spent some time with David Lickfold, I believe is his name, who's responsible for chassis development at Lucid. Insane guy. Actually, the Lucid chassis guys might be building the best handling cars of all time. I've always said that about the Air. I've shown you drifting around tracks. We've ripped them on mountain roads, just standard range ones. And they are, the faster you drive a Lucid, the better they get. They drive unbelievably well. He went with a 265 up front for a couple of reasons. Range, I'm like, this is a performance car. What do you care about range? Well, they're obsessed with efficiency over there at Lucid, almost annoyingly so at times. And, you know, they mentioned that the 265 tire up front really helps with the range because you get a little bit narrower tire. But if you were to go any wider, there's actually diminishing results in terms of handling. You can work a narrower tire harder than a wider tire less hard, and apparently you get even maybe better results with this, better steering feel. And so the tuning of this car is what is second to none, I would say. You know, we've spent a lot of time with Turbo GT out here, the Taycan, and that has insane active suspension with air springs and 4 hydraulic, infinitely adjustable, basically damper settings. This is the Lucid thing. They always unlock and lock when you stand near them, by the way. And active ride is crazy. It's 20 kilowatts of pumping power in terms of suspension adjustment, and it just goes overboard. The Air is so pure in the sense that there's no air suspension here. There's no active roll stiffness. It is just dampers that are set with adaptive fluid. Basically, it's an electronically adaptive damper. And then metal bars and springs, and just tuned to perfection. The way to tell a Sapphire, other than the color, separate from a normal one, by the way, are these little body extensions that come around. My buddy Michael just bought a Sapphire, by the way. He got a used one, so I don't know how relevant this is, but he mentioned that sometimes these have a hard time adhering to the car. So always keep an eye out for that. If you own a Sapphire, sounds like Lucid will take care of you under warranty, of course, to make sure it's all good, but that seems to be a thing. And the rear carbon spoiler back here, of which we will be taking advantage of today, because the top speed for a Sapphire is over 200 miles an hour. Again, you really have to get lucky to hit over 200 out here on the German Autobahns. There's traffic conditions. Sometimes the straightaways aren't even long enough. So we're not going to set a goal. We're not going to do anything dangerous. The recommended speed here in Germany is 130 kph, but we're going to try to more than double that quite often today. And that's totally legal as long as we're safe, prudent, and driving in the right lane unless we're passing. Yes, we've spent a lot of time out here on German Autobahns, and so always safety, top priority. If we can unlock the full potential of this car, I certainly would love to do so. Wow, that's a Nissan Ariya Nismo. Talk about spicy cars and over 200 miles an hour. Holy smokes. Other than that, it's just a normal Air. Honestly, we picked up this car last night. William, you would agree. I know you're not mic'd up at the moment, but it drives just like the Air GT we had.
Yeah,
it's so comfortable. You just drive it around and it's soft and it's like, wow, no downside here. It just is unbelievably fast. We took it out for a quick blast last night down the Autobahn as well. I'm going to insert the clip of our first time hitting the acceleration in this car. We didn't take it to over 300 kph. We took it to about 285, which is still 170 miles an hour. And it shot up there like a rocket. So let me insert that clip and then I'll talk about how we're going to prepare the car for our drive today. Viewers, you join us in the Lucid Sapphire for the first time going past the de-restricted sign. I've dialed us up into Sapphire mode and we're just going to get a taste of what this thing is capable of. So should we give it a hit? 120 kph, you all ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. It's pulling harder!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
250, 285! Holy shit! Oh my god, it's a weapon! Dude, this is crazy!
This is the Autobahn car.
Okay, so I can't wait till tomorrow morning. We'll juice it up, get it all preconditioned. Scott, your impression?
I don't know what just happened. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It was very smooth.
Smooth and fast,
Like,
and it just pulled harder and harder.
Felt like
Look at
the
the brakes feel amazing, these ceramics.
That's nice.
They feel
Yeah.
really good, just touching them there. Holy smokes, this thing is stupid. Oh, I love it. It's amazing. Just leaning into it again. 170, 200 kph. Wow! It puts the speed on like almost nothing else.
Going from the Aston to this is like completely different.
Well, and we were already in a fast car. We were in a
Yeah.
700 horsepower Aston Martin. This is a whole nother.
This feels like nothing.
This is crazy.
I could have slept you that.
The drivetrain in this, William, it pulls harder the faster we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to just put this thing away for the night, rest up, charge up, and rip it in the morning. One last run. Here we go. Full throttle. I can't believe how rapid it is. It's unbelievable. Just straight up to 270 like nothing. And it's so stable. The car feels totally planted. No drama. And thankfully the brakes feel amazing. Just touching them a little bit.
Thank
I'm
God.
just going to lean into the brakes a little bit harder. Oh, the brakes are epic. The pedal is firm. It's right there. Okay, so we've got some filming to do tomorrow. I can't wait to open this thing up. Viewers, should be fun. Leaving you now from Germany. Wow. William, let's talk specs really quick.
Yep.
1,234 horsepower. I don't
That's-
know what that is in kilowatts, but maybe 1,000 kilowatts? Is it a mega car?
Around that.
900?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, don't know. You could look it up online.
It's enough.
Plenty of power.
Yep. Yep.
Tri-motor, so it's all permanent magnet motors. And the rear drive unit of the Sapphire is so power dense, it's incredibly small.
Lucid engineering.
So we looked at the Rimac Nevera powertrain yesterday, actually.
Yep.
And it's pretty big for the power that you get. The Sapphire is like a quarter or half the size.
I was surprised when I saw the Rimac power. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did it years ago, to
Yep.
be fair, but I think if they were to redo it again today, it'd be a lot smaller. but certainly this motor tech is what's insane. And shout out to my buddy Ahmad, who's responsible for powertrain at Lucid. He actually took us on a full tour of Lucid's engineering when we did the gravity stuff, talking about how they did the boosting power, how they did the motor design there. A bunch of nerds over at Lucid. They're the coolest people.
Yeah.
And so he did this motor with his team, and the performance at high speed, like you saw in that video last night, is stupid.
Insane.
It's hard to describe it, actually, because most electric cars, you get a hit and then it tapers.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like, you get a hit and then it adds. It's insane. But also the locking and unlocking on this car.
Same thing happens with the Renault 5.
And BMWs.
Yeah.
Yeah, proximity is difficult. Battery pack's 118 kilowatt hours. I want to say 2170 cells, NMC chemistry. Don't remember which cell is in this car.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope that Lucid will update the cell in this car to what they use in the Gravity.
Yeah.
I don't know if that cell can output as much as what this car needs, but the Gravity charges so much better than the Air.
Much flatter curve.
Yep, much flatter curve and much more temperature, less temperature sensitive, I should say.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, because I think thermals are going to be the biggest battle with the Sapphire. In general, I think we could pretty much agree that the Turbo GT might actually lose to this car on a hot lap of a track, especially if you get this car with the Pirelli Trofeo RS crazy tire that you can get on there. And so I would say we're going to actually do a track comparison in a few weeks in North Carolina. You should come for that.
I should.
Yeah, why not?
Fun.
It'd be great. We're going to do Turbo GT versus Plaid Track Pack versus this Sapphire.
Awesome. Yeah.
But I think it's all generally pretty agreed that this is going to win one lap. The Taycan probably has a bit more thermal capacity to go multiple laps.
Yep.
So that means that here on the Autobahn, we should really consider the thermal management of the Sapphire. Now, if we were to just get in the car, we could get straight up to top speed, launch mode, no problem. The problem with the German Autobahn is you don't always have that perfect opportunity to get up to top speed right on the on-ramp.
You have to try.
You have to
multiple times, yeah.
And so I actually talked to Ahmad this morning, and I said, dude, what are the settings we should use? And I'm like, should we be in track mode and all this stuff? He's like, just keep it in standard, like keep it in smooth. I'm like, you can hit top speed in smooth mode? He's like, yeah, it softens the throttle. Well, you know, thermals can last a while. Of course, we had it dialed all the way up last night, and it was ripping like crazy.
Yeah.
But with so much power output, and honestly, something we've mentioned for a long time, a slightly not great cooling system. It's not terrible, it's fine for normal use cases, but with repeated high-speed driving, fast charging, track use, I think this car's a little under-thermaled.
Yep.
We should just be a little bit careful today. So we have some settings to help control this. The first thing we're doing is we're DC charging it to 100%. That means that the last 20% of the charging from 80 to 100 really slows down.
You're doing 7 kilowatts.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
doing almost nothing, right? Because we're at 99%, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
90,
think so.
99%. Yeah. So it's really just trickling in there, and that will help let this car get to the temperature that it wants to get to.
Yep.
Once it completes, we're going to turn on track mode and select endurance mode. Endurance mode will cool the battery all the way down. Actually, let's hop inside and I'll show you some of the cool modes that we have. William, welcome to the inside of a Lucid again. Because the last time we were in a Lucid together was when we had our long-term 25 GT.
Yep.
The hearing aid beige one.
Exactly. This one is a little bit nicer on the outside.
The Sapphire looks really cool.
Amazing.
And we pulled up to actually the Polestar 5 unveil in this yesterday.
Yep.
And people were really noticing the car.
Yep.
Because it's all enthusiasts that were there. But
course.
there's only got to be a handful of Sapphires in Europe.
There can't be many
Maybe
at all.
2 or 3.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And in the US, I don't know how many Sapphires have been built, but I would guess hundreds, not thousands, maybe not even hundreds, don't know. But I've never seen one other than one time it was a manufacturer plated car on the road. So pretty rare.
Pretty rare.
Drive modes. So smooth mode is actually what Ahmad was saying. You can hit top speed no problem in smooth mode, which is crazy to think about, to go over 200 miles an hour in just the standard key up setting. There's also Swift, which dials it up. That's actually how I tend to prefer to drive Lucids every day. Interesting how it popped itself out of there, maybe because we're charging.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, probably because we're charging. But you can go Swift mode that firms up the suspension a little bit, really sharpens the throttle, makes it nicer to drive every day. Smooth mode in this car is unbelievably comfortable.
So nice.
You cannot tell the difference between this and a standard Air. Genuinely, you cannot. It's that good in terms of just being a great daily driver. No downside.
It's a real luxury experience sitting in the car.
Yeah, and we should also mention, like in terms of comfort, because we drove it around the city for a few hours yesterday. Not having the glass roof helps with noise, although I don't really like the view. It's a little bit close here. I love the glass roof. You can't option the glass roof with the Sapphire, which makes sense from a performance perspective, but also most people probably aren't going to track these things, so let us get the glass roof. It wouldn't hurt that much. But definitely feels a little bit more cocoon-like in here.
Yeah, I kind of like this actually.
Yeah,
but the windshield on the normal or the Air with the glass roof is so nice. So yeah,
totally agree. The other thing we should mention is the sound system is totally fixed.
Yeah,
it sounds great now.
Amazing. Yeah,
really enjoyed it actually. The bass, there's tons of subwoofers. So like our 25 GT that we were complaining about the sound system with. Was bad. They issued a software update and it really didn't change much. And everyone else was like, it got better. I guess we had some speakers unplugged in our car.
Oh, wow.
So then I got into this and I sat in my buddy's Lucid recently. I was like, whoa, sound system's great now. It's not perfect. It's not like a Volvo Bowers & Wilkins or anything, but it's totally acceptable and really great. So then we have the Sapphire mode, which replaces the Sprint mode in other cars. And so I think in Sapphire mode, it unlocks the ability to go into launch control, really gives it a kick of power, absolutely rips. And within each mode, you can turn regen braking off, standard, or high as well. Then you can go into track mode, which is unique for this type of car. So you can see we can choose the type of driving that we're doing, which I really love. So you can say, hey, I'm going to a drag strip. This is going to heat the battery all the way up to reduce resistance to get up to quarter-mile performance. Now, we just finished DC charging, so we're optimized for the drag strip, and it just completed at 100%. We can go for a hot lap, which is probably a bit cooler than the drag strip, but allows, a 2 to 4 mile circuit, I would guess. I don't know. Maybe it's a full Nürburgring. I don't think so. I think this is more like a VIR or our track in North Carolina.
Yeah.
The flying lap, and just gets it right up to max temp before it cuts. Because again, electric cars make full power at high SOC and a very hot battery, but then the battery can't get too hot.
Exactly. You need to balance.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's the endurance, which is what we're going to be using here on the Autobahn to precondition, which will cool the battery pack as much as possible and maybe even limit the performance of the car. It definitely limits the performance of the car.
Yeah.
Because on the way back last night, I had it in endurance, then I hit Sapphire.
Yeah, I could feel the difference.
Yeah, it felt like we got another 300 horsepower or something, and you just ramped up. So I think what we should do now, William, is we should park the car, let it cool for a little bit in endurance mode. Then we should take it out in smooth mode until we find a real nice Autobahn section.
Yep.
And then we'll either go into Swift or Sapphire. I don't think we'll need Sapphire today. It doesn't sound like. If we can hit the top speed in smooth. Ahmad was also saying the damper settings get a little bit stiff in track mode for public road. It's really meant to handle, hard cornering.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
So smooth might actually give the car a little bit more compliance to settle down on the road, which is interesting, but could make sense. There's also stability control settings and regen settings in this track mode. In fact, today we don't want high regen. We are worried about thermals more than range. And so since we have the giant carbon ceramic discs in this car that feel amazing, the braking power is awesome, we're going to keep regen down just to try to limit the amount of thermal hit into the battery.
Yeah, makes sense for a top speed run.
Yep. So we are currently at 100%. I can hear the fans ripping to cool the battery down. I'm going to unplug us. We're going to chat for a few minutes, and then we'll head out and go send this thing.
Let's go.
This is a dream come true.
Yeah.
The first Sapphire experience on the Autobahn in Germany.
It's the perfect place to test this car.
Yeah, I can't believe it's really happening. I've waited so long for this, and we are here. And a big shout out to Nick at Lucid and Sebastian and the whole Lucid team for letting us steal this car off of a display. This was like a marketing display car.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's over in the back alley of some place in Munich at the Drivers Club. Just here, go ask some lady named Claudia for the keys. We got the keys and now we're gonna go rip it. Okay guys, we've just driven the car around here very slowly just to get some airflow underneath it. We've been left it. I can't speak today. We've been leaving it in track mode so that it stays conditioning to cool down. The car looks all good. We've just put away all stuff on the interior of the car, so everything's in compartments. Not that we had much stuff with us whatsoever. And we've physically inspected all of the tires, and we've also double checked all of the tire pressures. Everything is A-OK and perfect. We also set the car into miles per hour, as I think most Lucid owners are familiar with, I should say most Lucid owners are familiar with miles instead of kilometers. So you can always do the translations, but we hopefully will do close to 320, 330 kph today. That's the goal, but of course it all comes down to conditions. Xiaomi's still charging up. The race car Aria Nismo's definitely still charging up, and we are charged up, and it is time to rock and roll. Are you ready for this?
Yes,
This is gonna be crazy. We are now merging onto the Autobahn, William. This is crazy.
This will be a crazy experience.
So we are pretty much fully optimized for endurance driving in terms of temperature. So I'm actually going to put the car into smooth mode, and we'll keep regenerative braking in standard. I don't want to go full off, but we'll just keep it in standard. Now you can see a lot of traffic heading into Munich, but we are currently heading away from Munich, and we are in a de-restricted section. What we will do is we'll just kind of get everything up to temperature, drive it for a few kilometers, get the gearbox oil all up. No, they never recommended this, but I think it's always good to have a little mechanical sympathy before we try to hit 200 miles an hour. So I'm just going to drive, pretty slow. If you're looking at the speedometer here, it is in miles per hour. So we're cruising at 70, 75 miles an hour pretty normally. And we'll let some of the traffic clear. As soon as we see a break, then we'll start pushing it.
Full send.
Yep, full send, absolutely. This is so exciting. All right, let's start picking up the pace a little bit now. So we're still in smooth mode, but let's just see how the car feels getting it up gently, not hard throttle, to 100 miles an hour. Very nice, so stable, so easy. Let's try a little bit more. Again, just touching the throttle, 120, 125. Completely dead stable. Really, really nice car to drive. Using the ceramic brakes, just gently slowing us down. Now, William, underneath the car, there's a cool aero thing going on.
Okay.
There's a huge, super long diffuser in the rear.
Oh.
And the entire battery pack is bowed, actually. They are on all airs, so that you get a little bit more natural downforce from underneath the car. What are these things?
That's like...
An IXAM?
Yeah, they're like
GTI?
small cars with a very weak engine, like 660cc engine or something. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so highway cruising in this car is amazing, but we're gonna try to go for some runs.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see if we can kick the headlights on, maybe make ourselves a little bit more known behind the Ford Kuga or Escape in the American market. And should we try bringing it up a little bit here?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. There's 100 miles an hour. 110, again, just gentle accelerations. 120. We showed everyone yesterday how hard it can pull, which is stupid. 140, and we have a car pulling out. Dude, I'm literally just touching the accelerator pedal. Here we go, back up to speed. Just cruising at 140, coming up on an old E-Class right up here. Here we go, back on the accelerator. So this thing loves cruising at these speeds. We do have a little bit of traffic up ahead. The ceramics give so much confidence to the braking power. And my whole goal right now, because we want as much headroom to get to top speed, William, is to just be really gentle.
Gentle, yeah.
Yep. So once we hit the numbers, whatever we're trying to hit, I'd like to see a 200. That would be a life goal.
That would be amazing.
then we can rip on it a little bit more afterwards and have some fun.
Yeah.
But there are
we need to get up to the top speed, so yeah, be a little bit gentle, yeah.
Okay, let's go for it. There's 130, giving it a little bit more. Here's 140 cruising. Let's get it up a little bit more than that. Come on, 5 Series, thank you very much. Here's 150 miles an hour now, we're crossing. Dude, through a corner, 155 miles an hour. This is many cars' top speed. We're having a normal conversation, just cruising. Let's push it a little bit more, yeah? Here's 160 miles an hour. Through a corner, popping in the left lane for a truck up ahead. Giving more throttle. 170 miles an hour there,
wow.
174, leaning on the ceramics now for a Volkswagen. Holy smokes, 174, and it feels
great.
Feels
at high
like
speed.
nothing. This is crazy.
Wow.
Now, one thing you don't want to do in Germany is like super flash everyone and put the left turn signal on a bunch. I think it's okay to let someone know if they're going to pull out in front of you, like, hey, I'm coming up.
Yep.
But I'm not, hard on the controls. Okay, let's go hard power, full throttle here. Dude, even in smooth mode, it's so fast! 170 miles an hour again, leaning onto the ceramics. Oh my goodness.
Great braking performance as well.
And I'm just touching the brake pedal. They feel so good. So, we're already down to 87%. Driving like this, you're gonna burn the juice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this car is such high voltage that there's actually not a ton of voltage sag. I was able to hit 168 miles an hour, allegedly, at like 5% state of charge in the Grand Touring.
Ooh.
So
that's very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
So Lucids really don't seem to like limit top speed performance until very low single-digit percents. Now, to do 200, we probably need a bit more in this battery, but still, I think we're probably good to like 15%. So we've got a lot of headroom here, 118 kilowatt hours in the battery pack. Of course, when you're ripping on it, you won't get that much usable. So we have to get through traffic, let some things clear, and then we'll bring the speed back up. But dude, 175 feels like nothing, and we're just in smooth mode.
Yeah, it feels like going 140 in a Tesla.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
140
so stable.
kph, to be clear.
It's amazing. And the views here as well. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous here in Germany. So I am blown away with the stability of this car, considering how fun it is to drive. It has torque vectoring on the rear, an incredible playful chassis. We're going to have it on track. Typically, when you have like a really fun track car, it doesn't equal high-speed stability because the car is moving around. This kind of does it all. Should we give it a hit? Here we go, full throttle, smooth mode. Let's just see what happens. Over the bridge, 140, 150, 160, 170. Oh my God, 175 miles an hour. Unbelievable.
It feels great, yeah.
And this is the slowest mode you can put the car in.
Wow.
I don't know how much we need to worry about the thermals, William.
Not sure.
Because yesterday we really ripped on this thing in full Sapphire mode.
Yep.
For kind of a while, and it was okay. So maybe we're being a bit too cautious when it comes to the temperature management. Okay, don't want to do anything crazy in a corner, but again,
Nope.
just 125 miles an hour through a corner is wild. We're going foot hard down, okay? Here we go. 150. Oh my gosh, it's rapid. So here's 167 miles an hour, 160 miles an hour, just pushing through a corner like this. Dude, this is unbelievably stable. I can tell it's pretty windy outside as well. And the whole car is just completely planted.
Super stable.
It feels
super stable. Yeah.
so good. It's unbelievable. So once we get out of this twisty corner bit, there should be some nice straight sections as we get down the road. So I think what we'll do is we'll kick it back into track endurance mode for these corners, because we can't, of course, hit top speed. You can tell we've come off the optimal temperature, even just by doing that a little bit.
Yep.
So we're going to have it condition and cool down as we cruise at 80, 85 miles an hour. So what's that, 140 kph, something like that?
135. Yes,
yeah.
correct. Yep.
So we'll cruise around here. We can't do Dream Drive Pro in track mode, but this car does have lane centering. Not that we're talking about it today. Lucid's actually updated their Dream Drive Pro with hands-free and lane change assist and all this other stuff.
Interesting. How fast can it go on Dream Drive Pro?
I don't know. We can find out later on for sure.
Yeah, that's important. Important in Germany.
Yes, absolutely. So let's let it cool down. We'll get through the corners. Once we hit the next big straightaway, then we'll try it.
Full sun.
Merging onto the Autobahn now. We've got a nice clear run ahead. So let's pick up the pace.
Let's try.
Okay, we've got one corner up here, so I'm just gonna ease us up to cruising speed, which we know the Sapphire cruises at, you know, around 140 miles an hour like this all day long, 150 through a corner with no issue at all. So once we're out of this corner, we can go hard throttle. We do have a car up in the left lane though.
Yep.
Damn, the cornering ability is just staggering. How nice this thing feels too. And you could go way harder. Oh, here's our same whatever things we saw earlier today.
Yeah.
That's how fast we've been going. We went all the way up back, and now we're passing them again.
That's funny.
You should put a Sapphire drivetrain in that truck, dude. I feel good about this. The Mazda's leaving a lot of room for cars ahead, going nice and slow. Okay, here we go.
Let's
Foot
go.
hard down. So this is Swift mode, absolutely matted. 130, 40, 150 miles an hour now. 160, 175.
Oh my god.
180 miles an hour.
And it feels amazing.
190 miles an hour. Holy shit, 200!
200! Let's go!
On the brakes,
Oh my
hard
God.
on the brakes.
Oh my god.
Over 200 miles an hour.
Let's go!
That was amazing.
That was
Fist
amazing.
puppet. Scott, 200.
And it felt so stable.
Wow. Okay, well now we did that. Let's see how much performance there is after this. So
Yes.
let's go Sapphire, see if there's a lot of acceleration, shall
Yes.
we? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
This is the best
140
car
like that! Right onto the ceramics again!
This is the best car ever.
200 like that. So the fastest I've ever gotten here is like 197 miles an hour.
Okay,
In the
yeah.
Taycan Turbo GT.
Yeah.
This just walked itself to 202. I don't even know what it did. It was over 200.
Over 200, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
just like that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Okay, watch the acceleration again. Sapphire mode. Here's a 1 series. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my
god! This is insane!
Absolutely insane.
Holy moly! Okay, I cannot believe we were able to do over 200 miles an hour in the blink of an eye.
That's a new record. Sure.
I'm like shaking with excitement and how easy it felt. The car just locked in. You know, when I had the Turbo GT at 197, it felt good. Like,
Yep.
you know, it's a Porsche that really locks itself in. But there was a lot of wind movement in the car. And like with any other car, we had the Aston DBX as well at high speed. That felt pretty stable, but you can tell stuff's happening.
Yeah.
Considering we're not on air suspension, we're just in a standard steel sprung car. We didn't even have it in the Sapphire performance mode. We were in the middle mode. And it just locked in, dude.
The grocery store mode.
Back to full power. Whoa! Dude, it's unbelievable how hard it pulls up here. And it's unbelievable how good the brakes are as well. I mean, the braking
Good
performance.
brakes.
Holy shit, the brakes!
That's insane.
Oh, I can't get over this car. Okay, so we did it. 200.
We did it.
Holy
Amazing.
smokes.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's head back to the Charger where this all started. Maybe we'll get a couple more fun runs in, but we hit 200 plus miles an hour.
Insane.
330 kph
Something
almost.
like that. Yeah.
In the Sapphire. This is, okay, forget the M5. This is the new Autobahn
This is the one. Yeah.
Blaster. I guess, you know, the battery's down to 55% now. It's really not that bad.
It's
But
not the end of the world.
the thermals are way better than I expected.
Yeah.
We still have no thermal derate.
Yeah.
And we've just been slamming on it for fun after that.
But what does this say?
Let's see. It's got to say, yeah, we're hot.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it still is giving us full power, because if we go to drag strip mode, no, we might even be too warm for drag strip.
But we didn't feel power limited at all.
Dude, it pulls super hard.
Yeah.
I mean, we can rip it onto the Autobahn in the other direction.
Yep.
And we'll just put it in full Sapphire mode, which also, I would imagine, does quite a bit of thermal management.
Should do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Sapphire. Because what we can do is we can launch it onto the highway.
Yep.
So we should definitely try this, you know, full acceleration launch mode, because we Scott and I launched it yesterday, and it was brutal, really brutal. But no one's around, so what do you say we launch it onto the de-restricted Autobahn?
Let's do that.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Launch mode is enabled. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god!
Dude, that's so crazy!
That's
Holy
insane.
moly! And we're standing on the brake pedal, merging. Holy shit! The performance and the way it hooks up now that the tires are warm. Because yesterday it just spun.
Yep.
But even then, the traction control is amazing. They do it all in inverter, so that the longitudinal wheel slip is like controlled at over 1,000 hertz. Like it just holds the tire right at the edge of grip.
That's perfect.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so watch this. Truck passing. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god!
And it just gives more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
Come on, Audi, don't pull out. And they pulled out. Oh, dude, this is a
It just pulls and
weapon.
pulls and pulls all the way up.
It's a
insane.
total weapon. It's crazy. Can this guy get out of the way? Who buys an Audi if you live in Stuttgart?
That's the wrong car.
An angry person. Someone against their local car industry is what it sounds like to me. And now we can kind of... Oh, now we have power limit. That's
Okay.
full power. Yep, look, that's all
Now
it's
the
giving
power
us.
limit is there.
Yep,
Oh,
now we
wow.
have power limit. So I'm going to keep it floored. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
But it's still going. Look, even in D-rated, doing 130 miles an hour, I'm keeping it matted in Sapphire. So for sure the launch heated things up.
Yeah.
140 miles an hour with power limit. I'm honestly way more impressed with the thermal performance than I thought.
Yeah, I was a little bit scared when I looked at like the thing going off there, but
Yeah,
feels,
I mean,
feels great.
So it's just sitting at 140
Yeah,
with basically turtle mode.
yeah. 140 miles per hour.
Yeah,
total
miles per
mode.
hour. It also limits regen performance there. The
Okay,
brakes,
yeah.
not even a hint of fade.
That's great.
They
yeah.
feel amazing.
Yeah.
You can hear them make the ceramics noise a little bit there. All good. Dude, this is a weapon. Proper weapon. If you have to get, like, if you do a commute like Munich to Stuttgart, let's just say,
Yeah,
this is the car.
for sure.
Foot hard down again, 100 miles an hour, that's all it wants to give us.
100 miles per hour, total mode.
Yeah. But it's still pulling. Like there's 110 and I'm
Yeah.
matted. So now what we should do is let's go into track endurance and we're going to give it, I mean, I'm sure it's already doing everything it can. I'm also going to shut off climate AC and we'll put our temperature down all the way. So we'll get outside air. We do have an Aston coming up here. Take a look at this. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Looks good.
Proper. That has the AMG V8 in it. Same engine we've had in the 707. But now we're thermal limited. I can't catch up to him. So combustion still has it out there.
Yeah.
But as far, well, actually, look, now it's picking up. 120. Okay. We've got it in track endurance mode. 130. The Aston's not really pulling away anymore.
No.
I think we've kind of started to reel him in. 140. Even with overheat, 141. Come on. 142. This is crazy. This is like more than the top speed of most cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're completely limited. 146. Oh, this is when I wish we had all the cooling so we could smoke the Aston.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Just cruising. Through a corner, 140 miles an hour like nothing. Aston's on the brakes. We're also on the brakes. But watch him pull away as soon as we pull out here. There he goes. He's full power. As am I. See you later. We need a bit more cooling. So if they ever redo Sapphire with like
Yeah.
a big change,
More cooling.
I think
for sure.
the car needs to start with cooling and not battery capacity.
Yeah.
Because if they can make it charge really fast for driving out here, like we're at 46%, I even think that would be acceptable for a full battery. Like give us 20% less capacity,
Yeah.
I think would be fine, and like 50% more cooling and charging. But the stability, the chassis handling, dude, is unbelievably nice through here.
We also have to remember that we did drive at over 200 miles per hour and then did a launch. So
That is
it's pretty
crazy.
insane.
It's crazy. And we are almost caught up to the Aston, actually.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're reeling him in. Only because he's stuck behind a Toyota Aygo, but let's ignore that. This was so much fun.
So much fun.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. And now we're into his speed limit.
Yeah.
But we're in the speed limit with the Aston. See, electric can still do it. Oh, that was awesome. So much fun. Let's actually get up next to him. Let's say hey to the Aston. That was really, really great. Nice. He does not care.
He doesn't care at all. He doesn't know what
we're over here having the best day ever, and he's just like, I'm driving to work. All right. Well, that was a great time. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Scott, for joining. We'll wrap up back at the Charger, but what a beast.
Absolute monster.
Absolute monster. The power from 170 to 200 miles an hour in the middle performance mode is unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Thanks for watching. See you back at the Charger. William, do you think we've cooled down enough in like 2 kilometers for full power?
Not really, but we
Let's
have
try
to
it.
test.
Oh, it's definitely more.
It's more, definitely more.
Definitely more. So it does seem to recover fairly quickly.
That's surprisingly quickly.
Look at that, 200 kph right there. I put it back to kilometers per hour because we've done the 200 miles. And we have a Mercedes with a Nürburgring sticker on it in front of us. And yes, some Uberhold prestige happening there. Thank you very much for letting us by. Dude, it's still absolutely pulling
That's some
hard.
fast cooling, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Oh, thanks for getting out of our way. We're back to hard power. And guess who we're reeling in? It's our friend in the Aston.
I'm not sure if it's our friend.
Take this. All right, now we're going into construction zone. All right, That was more than enough fun. Back to the Charger. Yep, this Charger delivers up to 400 kilowatts right there. So this can definitely do it. 39?
Yeah.
So there's different tariffs in Germany, which this is a little bit happening in the US. Cadillac Lyriq pulling in. Imagine all the choices here.
Yeah, so many choices.
Yeah. Did you activate it?
Few seconds.
Okay, going. Payment. Do I have to hit start? Nope, it's auto doing it.
Fine.
So the fans have just kicked on hardcore on the Sapphire. Dude, can you believe this thing just was doing over 200 miles an hour?
Insane. Just an amazing experience.
Yeah, it really, really was.
Yeah.
I will always want one of these. We've got to get one at some point.
Yeah.
This is a very much an out of spec kind of car. And 150 kilowatts. Let's see the voltage here. It should tell us, no? I thought the other Charger showed me voltage.
It did?
Yeah, it was at 886 volts at 70% or so. And now we're up to 199 kilowatts. 217, 225. Oh, it's boogieing along just fine. 230 kilowatts at 20. William, over 325 kilometers an hour.
First experience at that speed and absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most stable car I've ever had up there.
It's
over
so
200.
stable.
Yeah.
It's much more stable than a Tesla at like much lower speeds.
Sure.
At half the speed. Yeah.
To be fair, they did just update the new Model S to make it more stable at high speed.
We need to test that.
I mean, this is a pretty high bar.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Sapphire, I think, really earned its name and reputation with that performance. I've never had something feel so comfortable at near 200 miles an hour and even over 200 miles an hour.
Yep.
Definitely, like, you know, I think out here in the German Autobahn is a very odd use case for an electric car. But think about M5s out here, for an example. That was, and maybe still is, the king of the Autobahn. You see an M5 coming in hot weather, in cold weather, they can handle it and they absolutely send it.
Yep.
This has the performance to smoke an M5. What it doesn't have is the longevity, not in terms of range, but battery thermals.
Yeah.
The motor thermals, I don't think were an issue at all. I think the powertrain can handle this all
Probably,
day.
most likely, yeah.
So I think this is one battery and cooling package away from actually out M5ing the M5. And maybe one day Lucid will spend the time to do it. It's got to be so low on the priority list because the amount of Sapphires you can actually drive in a situation like that.
Yeah.
It's like this car and the other one in Europe. I don't know how many there are here.
It's
but
so special, yeah.
totally special. And you can tell that the platform can just do so much. What's crazy to me is we did 200 miles an hour, popped off the highway, full launch mode onto the highway, and it was the hardest I've ever had a car pull getting anywhere. It was insane.
Yeah.
So it's a monster. It's really crazy. I really want one. I mean, it's
I
kind
think
of
you
a
need to get
very
one. Yeah.
out of spec car.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Totally blown away. The software still pisses me off. It's doing weird stuff in there. Dings and bongs, and driver assistance didn't work on the way back
And the
for some reason.
drowsiness thing. Yeah.
But the gravity kind of solves all that.
Yeah.
So what I really want is like an Air with this drivetrain, with this, don't change the chassis, it doesn't need air suspension, just keep it as is. Better cooling, put the gravity software in it, perfect car.
Perfect. Yeah.
Really would be. So thanks to Lucid for letting us have a go. This thing is so special. It's just, if you ever see a Sapphire on the road, just do not mess with it because you will lose. It's really unbelievable. And Scott, do you want to say anything? Any last comments? William, let's...
I've never gone that fast. I've never gone, until 2 days ago, I had never gone over 110.
That's untrue.
Is it?
Yeah, you've driven more than 110 miles an hour.
In what?
My Model S.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was insane. And I don't know. I don't know what to say.
200 Club.
200 Club.
Tell ya.
202 Club.
202.
202.
Yeah, the viewers are going to be like, but the speedometer in the dash isn't certified.
I was there. It was 202.
At least that's what it read.
Yeah.
We might need to go really make sure it's 200 GPS.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. See you in another one again soon. Lucid Sapphire, insane machine. And it's actually charging still really well. Over 150 kilowatts still, above 60%. So we'll take it.